If you're looking for a part-time, little experience needed work-from-home job or a non-phone job answering email and chats, I have some for you. I'm also including a couple jobs with 3 schedule options, so let's get into them. So the first one I want to talk about is the part-time position. This one comes to us from Luna Physical Therapy. Now, I've never heard of them before, so I did some research. They were founded in 2018. And what they do is provide and deliver outpatient physical therapy directly to patients' homes. They're looking for a patient onboarding associate to work in the call center. It's a part-time position. It is remote, and I believe they're hiring in about half the states within the United States. They tell us while this is a remote position, we're currently only able to hire in select U.S. states. We are not hiring in all states at this time, but they don't tell us in which states they are hiring remotely. So what I did is I went to their website, scrolled all the way down to the bottom, and I clicked on the Where We Serve link, and this shows us the states in which they do provide services, so I can safely assume they're hiring remotely in these darker purple shaded states. So going back to this job description, what you'll do is be responsible for new and existing patients, answering incoming calls, and scheduling appointments. In other words, you'll manage the registration, scheduling, and rescheduling processes for new and existing patients, ensuring accurate record management by obtaining and communicating relevant patient information, receive, screen, and coordinate phone calls from healthcare providers, and proactively make outbound calls and send emails to patient leads. And for this part-time work-from-home job, they'd like you to have about 1 year office admin experience. They prefer you have about 1 year call, contact center, or other high call volume experience. You're proficient using Google Suite. You're highly detail-oriented. You can multitask, work in a fast-paced environment. You have a high school diploma or equivalent, and you're able to work within the United States without restriction. You also need high-speed internet connection, and a backup internet option is required to ensure uninterrupted connectivity in case of outages. And they encourage applicants to apply as eligibility will be confirmed during the early stages of the hiring process. So if you don't meet all of the requirements they're asking for, but you're interested in this job, I would still apply for this one. And they tell us right here on the job description they'll pay you $16 per hour. So let's move on to our non-phone work-from-home job, and this is for all of you who live in the Eastern time zone. So this job comes to us from the company Attentive. They're an AI marketing platform, and they have an opening for a customer support specialist. And in this job, you'll be responsible for analyzing, troubleshooting, and resolving complex technical issues for customers. So yeah, this is your typical customer support position, but it is non-phone. You'll respond to customer needs via email and live chat, owning the interaction from inception to resolution, troubleshooting technical platform issues, and advising customers on best practices with the Attentive platform and its use cases. You'll assist customers with urgent issues and be the first line of defense for triaging and debugging. So for this job, they'd like you to have about 1 year experience in customer support or a customer-facing technical role. They'd like you to have a bachelor's degree or equivalent experience. You have strong communication skills. You're comfortable interfacing with customers daily over email and live chat. You have technical curiosity. You can troubleshoot complex issues, and it's a plus, but it's not required. It's a plus you're familiar with APIs and SQL, and they prefer you have prior experience with SaaS or e-commerce platforms. And right here they tell us they'd like you to be based in Eastern time zone, and you're available for occasional on-call and rotating holiday coverage. And as far as the salary, scrolling down this job description a little bit, they tell us they'll pay you between $50,000 and $61,000 per year, plus equity and bonus. Okay, so now I have 2 work-from-home jobs with different schedules from which to choose, and they're both with the company Arrive. So the first one I'm sharing is for a customer service representative. This is a phone support position, so you need to be okay being on the phone the majority of your day. It is full-time remote anywhere within the United States, and they tell us right here on the job description they'll pay you between $45,000 and $55,000 per year. So just like all phone-based customer service positions, you'll provide frontline phone support for users. You'll act as an initial point of contact for phone inquiries, addressing what can be addressed on the phone, and properly routing tasks which should be addressed by other teams. You'll provide top-tier customer support while appropriately addressing call volume and communicating relevant information when rerouting traffic. Keep up to date on major system features, client use cases, marketing materials, and event schedules, so you can completely discuss address them and answer related questions on phone calls. And you'll review voicemails to call back or reroute to the appropriate parties. So they'd like you to be a quick learner, and you have about 2 years relevant customer support experience, including phone support, and they strongly prefer, but they don't require, they strongly prefer you have experience working in the mortgage industry. And as a plus, you have prior experience speaking with business owners and executives, as well as relationship management experience. And then you need all your typical soft skills you need for just about every job. So I mentioned they have a few schedules from which to choose. So let's scroll down to the application. That's where they list the potential hours you'll work. So they ask, are you comfortable working 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. or 9:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. or 10:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. And they're all Central Time Zone hours, Monday through Friday, excluding holidays. And no matter which hours you pick, you don't have to live in the Central Time Zone. Just translate your local hours to those hours. Okay, so Arrive has another job with the same schedule options. This one is for a customer support analyst, and this job is very similar to the one I just talked about, where you'll act as an initial point of contact for most user inquiries, aiming to address as much as possible and delegating or escalating tasks which should be addressed by other teams. You'll provide top-tier customer support through available support channels such as chat, tickets, phone calls, social media, and screen sharing, while acting as a subject matter expert, assisting in maintaining internal and external knowledge-based content, assisting bug detection, troubleshooting, and escalation, gathering and relaying client feedback, and serving as an internal support resource as needed. And for this job, they want you to be a quick learner, and they strongly prefer you have a bachelor's degree, high school diploma, or equivalent combination of education and experience is required. And they want you to have about 2 years prior experience in customer support or similar roles. Experience working in the mortgage industry is required for this particular position. It's a plus you have prior experience in speaking with business owners and executives, as well as relationship management experience, and that's just a plus, it's not required. It would be beneficial, but it's not required. Beneficial, you have a technical background in web-based software, JavaScript, SQL, and related programs, and then you need your typical soft skills. And this job pays $45,000 to $60,000 per year. They tell us that right here on the job description. And as far as the schedule availability, scrolling down the application, we can see right here they have the offerings of 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., 9:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m., or 10:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Central Time Zone hours, Monday through Friday, no holidays, and you don't have to live in the Central Time Zone. Just translate your local hours to those hours. Well, that does it for the work from home job leads I have for you today. Hopefully one of them works out for you, and hang in there, guys. If none of these jobs works out for you, come back frequently because I post work from home job leads almost every day of the week. Your job is out there. All we have to do is find it. But if these jobs are a little too bare bones, you're looking for something else, check out my other channel, Cat Scans Remote Jobs. There I share more upper entry level remote jobs. So between both of my channels, your perfect remote job is out there. We're going to find it. And remember, I got all these job leads directly off the careers page within each company's website. So thank you so much for visiting. I truly appreciate your support, and I'll meet you on the next job lead.